Hey Gemini, what's going on? Welcome back for another weekly reading. Excited to be here. These cards, every time I pick this, as soon as I started shuffling this deck for you, it's like it was trying to fall and spread out. 3 times I've done it. Something being scattered. Yeah. Okay, the first word on this, I said, didn't I just say something being scattered? And the first word on this is focus. Yeah. All right, it's time to focus on what is important to you. Don't give your time or energy to your worries, as this would only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you most. With every thought, you are creating your future. I've got so many notifications going off. My goodness. Yeah. The focus is putting out fires. Putting out fires. Challenge, challenge, challenge. Putting energy here, putting energy there, putting energy there. Putting energy there, putting energy there, putting energy there. You see, it's like you can't get your brain to go in one lane. You're like, your brain is just like all over the place. So, breathe. I'm seeing somebody it's like you have so much pent up energy. And they're showing somebody doing burpees, like just trying to get some energy out of your body. And it's like doing that when your brain is squirrely is what's going to help your brain calm down. And there goes a notification. Thank you for the notification. Yeah. Yeah. So what's going on? That's how you're going to calm your brain down. Physical exertion. It's like wherever you're at in the moment. I don't care if you're outside. I would do it in the store, but that's me. I do stuff like that. I could do stuff like that. I don't do stuff like that all the time, but I wouldn't be afraid to if I, thought it was going to benefit me, or make it look like your kids dared you or something. But there's something about just you needing in the moment to be able to get that aggression out in the moment. So whether you're just standing there punching, doing some uppercuts, some hooks, whatever, it's like jumping jacks, burpees. It's like when your brain gets too active, your solution is to make your body physically active, because that's going to calm your brain and like release some of that stress that's in your body at the moment. Help you breathe and then refocus, realign. One day when you least expect it, you are going to crash into someone who is going to be so soft and gentle with your heart, and you're going to be so glad that you kept it open. You are going to be so glad that you chose to believe it deserved more. 326 may be significant. I've been seeing that a lot. 333. I've been seeing that on the license. I mean, it's like hundreds of times a day I see that. Done with that deck. Okay, it's saying, don't worry, everything you've been waiting for is on its way. Progress is being made, even if you can't yet see the results. So much is happening behind the scenes for the creation of your dreams. Trust the process. So it's like, Source is saying, the only job you have right now is you. Focus on you. Focus on, and that's a theme that I'm finding. This is the third reading where they've brought up emotions and learning how to navigate our emotions more than anything. Like if you can learn to not even master, just get good at. Just get good at caring about how you feel and being more positive, or right. And I just said this in another reading, and now I feel like it's coming back. How does this make me feel? Write it on your hand, and as you're doing stuff during the day, you'll catch a glimpse of that, and whatever you're doing, it's going to remind you, how does this make me feel? And like think about what you're doing and how it makes you feel. That way you can start identifying what the stressors are and what are not stressors. And the things that are not stressors, do more of that and implement new things that'll help counteract the de-stressing of what you're going through right now. It's like this. Source gave me this. I was in the bath the other day, running the water. I was drawing a bath, and the water was running. And, I'm laying there and just like feel so good, letting it wash all over me. And then I turned the water off. And as I'm laying there, like I got my face like barely like halfway in it, just looking at it. And the water faucet's dripping. And as one drip falls, it's like a circles just like reverberate out. You know how when one water drop falls and you just see like the rings of water just like reverberate out? Source said, Crystal, when you heal, when you raise your vibration and you transmute energy, you are literally affecting millions all around you. That reverberates out. And he said, now God said, imagine that one drop falling. Imagine having 100,000 drops falling. Imagine having 1 million drops falling. We are the drops. And every time we heal and raise our vibration and transmute energy, all of that reverberates out into other people. So while us as humans, while we think we have to fight the war against poverty, the war against addiction, the war against this, the war against that, we don't, that's the wrong way to do it. We're perpetuating that and creating more. And what they're saying is when we heal individually and we focus on ourselves and our happiness and we learn to be truly happy with ourselves, that energy pushes out and affects the mass consciousness, and it naturally stops. It naturally stops some of the hurtful, painful things that are going on this planet. So while we want to go out and advocate for this and advocate for that, that's great, because there's certain people who need that kind of like one-on-one interaction with someone who's like feeding the homeless or working at a rape crisis center, something like that. But what I'm saying is, as we do this, there's a web of energy, and as we do that, the people who are in lower vibrations are also a part of that web. So when you heal, you are literally pushing out that healing to other people, and it's affecting them um, energetically, like vibrationally. So somebody who's normally beating on kids, and with enough people shifting, that person isn't going to really have that urge anymore. I shit you not. They will not have that urge anymore, because so many people are healing. But it takes masses to do that. And how we get the masses to do that, it's an individual job. And the individual job for you right now, the only thing they want you focusing, frickin' frackin' fucking. Oh my goodness. They want you focusing. Just the only thing, your homework this week is to literally write that message on your hand. How does this make me feel? And do it. And like as you're doing something, you're cooking a meal, and you see that, stop and think, how's this making me feel? Like, you know what? I'm kind of stressed out. Like, how can I make this better? Like, what can I do to make this better? What can I do? Whatever it is. So when you're cooking, pop on some music. If you already have music on, I don't know, put on something funny that makes you laugh. It's like, do something to lighten everything that doesn't feel good in your day, and you will see a massive, massive shift. What? Oh, they want these. Okie dokie. This stayed out, so I'm keeping it as I picked up this deck. Veil of illusion. Lift the veils of illusion, seeking truth beneath the surface to navigate through love and career authentically. Lift the veils of illusion, seeking truth beneath the surface to navigate through love and career authentically. Okay. This is what I'm saying. The veils of illusion that this card's talking about, that is the squirrely brain. Like, all of these things are happening, and you're like working to put out the fires. So when you're taking all this time to work to deal with all these little things that just keep popping up, this big old pot of gold over here that you want, while you're out here focusing on that, it's just still sitting here, but you're over here. And it's because your focus needs to be changed. And the best thing for you to do is physical exertion this week. Physical exertion. Stretching is a really good one. Like, not static stretching, dynamic stretching, where you're like moving. Like I'm just doing this because I do this a lot with my push-ups. Um, moving. Okay. You're being led through a spiritual awakening. That's why you're going through all of this. And when you have so much and you're like, I'm trying everything, and then the bubble burst, okay? The dam breaks. That is when the breakthrough happens. But you have to go through the challenges to get to the point so the dam will break. Okay? The challenges, all that pushing up against that dam is what's going to make it break. So it's that you're very disappointed in something. You may even find yourself needing to defend yourself. They're saying you deal with a lot of arrogant people, like boastful, arrogant people, manipulative people, liars, very toxic. I'm hearing a lot of toxic. 11:11 on the clock. I'm hearing a lot of toxic. Like just fighting each other with words. It's like like the word that they say something so nasty, it literally could be like a slit to the throat, and as equivalent to the slit in the throat. Something like that. So it's something. You're just going through hell. I'm sorry. The group I'm reading for today, you have been through hell. But the reason you're going through this is because this is like one of the major steps that's leading you to a position of authority. Like all of these, a lot of it's leading you, people in positions of authority. When you think back to all the greats, there was adversity that they overcame all the time, all the time. And I don't feel like the adversity is not going to be the spiritual awakening and dealing with the spiritual components. The adversity and the challenges have been from the low vibrational karmic type of experiences. Low, yeah, bands, baby. So, whatever you're going through, you don't understand it. You don't need to understand all of it. I know it's frustrating. You want to understand every component. But if they told you that whatever you're going through right now, and they sat there and they told you word by word, sentence by sentence, verbatim what to do, you would have 10 books you would have to read through just to get through it. So they're giving you what you need to deal with now. And even though it seems insignificant because you feel like, you're telling me to focus on this, but I've got this great big thing over here that's constantly getting my attention. Well, the reason they're telling you to focus on this is because when your attention's on this big thing over here gets smaller and smaller and smaller and brings in a solution. This brings in a solution for this thing that got smaller and smaller and smaller. You see what I mean? You've got money and blessings coming, but right now, the step by step advice is to work on dealing with, like if you write that on your hand and you notice that you're being squirrely, stop and get physical. Jumping jacks, burpees, but it is something kind of, at least for a minute or two, and just shake things up inside to like stop your brain from bouncing all over the place, because it's not going to stop bouncing. Your thoughts are going to feel, you're going to feel like your thoughts are thinking you. When it gets to that point, it's too much. There's nothing else you can do. A list of positive aspects is not going to help. Watching videos telling you how great things are going to be, that's not going to help. This is you working the day to day program with Source. So that's where you got to start. And when you guys do that, then they'll end up giving me something else. Talk to you soon, Gemini. Peace and love.